So, what is proper health? What is proper nutrition? How is it that you're gonna conquer your life in every single way you could ever imagine? Let me give you a new definition of health, probably something you've never heard before. Proper health is brain communication with the rest of the body and body communication with the brain. Nervous system communication. How does this work? What exactly is it? Basically, what you are is you are a creature that has this brain, this calculating organ housed inside here that uses taste, touch, feel, smell, and hearing in order to create an environment around you. Then all that information is pulled in and processed inside this gray matter to create the reality in which you live. So if anything is askewed in that communication from the body to the brain, or from the brain to the body, you're in less than optimal health. It all matters. Every single part of your life contributes to this brain processing, brain communication, and communication back to the brain. So if that is the number one critical health factor, how is it that exercise helps you become healthier? It's biofeedback. The biofeedback mechanisms of actually using your body and actually doing work to increase the brain's potential capabilities of accurately sensing where the body is in space and time increases your vitality and your perception of life and the world around you. Proper nutrition. What is proper nutrition? Is it about eating the right foods to fuel the muscles? Well, kind of, yes, but then there are also lots of things that you can eat that will fuel big muscles, and there are lots of things that you can put into your body to increase muscle mass and things like that aren't necessarily good for you, that aren't necessarily longevity things. And if you're watching this, I'm sure your objective is health and longevity. Your objective should be more satisfaction in life, more money in life, more satisfaction in your career and in your daily activities, more wakefulness in your average day, more lucidity in the world around you. Nutrition needs to be detoxifying and clean. It's getting harder and harder nowadays to find foods that are non-toxic and clean. So detoxification needs to come in as a part of that. Not only that, the air we're breathing, the chemicals we're using in our house, all of the cosmetic products that you're using all have trace amounts of toxins, and they build up over the course of time and result in a lot of the health problems that we see in society today. So, sufficient rest. A lot of people ask the question, what is sufficient rest? How much sleep should I get? The answer to that is this: when your head hits the pillow, you should be asleep fairly soon. You shouldn't wake up during the night. And when you wake up in the morning, you should feel rested and energized. That's the proper amount of sleep. Generally, for the average healthy person, that's going to be somewhere between 6 and 7.5 hours. But it really depends on person to person to person. One of the most interesting things that we found in study after study after study is prayer and meditation increase brain power. Myself, I'm more of a fan of meditation and visualization more than prayer, even though prayer should take the form of visualization and meditation. If you're envisioning that you're having a conversation with a God of some sort, whatever your choice is, and you're actually fully engrossing yourself in that moment, in that conversation, and feeling a moment of awe towards it, that can have benefits. The strongest, most amazing benefits in my experience come from sitting down, staring at a single blade of grass, and once that single blade of grass becomes your entire visual focus, you allow your perception to see everything outside of that, and it all becomes blurred potentiality, and you begin to feel the energetic essence and nature of yourself and the environment around you. That works really well for me. They've done multiple studies with this where they have people meditate for a certain period of time or do practice visualization for a period of time, and they do encephalographs over and over again, and they watch the electrical activity of the brain stimulate and increase. The more stimulated your brain is, the more communication there is between your brain and your body, the better you're going to feel on a daily, moment by moment, second by second basis. And there are lots of different things that you can do to increase that activity. Conversely, there are lots of things that most people do that decrease that activity. Alcohol consumption, number one for decreasing cerebral activity. Yes, life sucks. Life sucks because your brain isn't adequately communicating with the body, and the body's not adequately communicating with the brain. So there are lots of different things. We've got all these stresses that aren't natural and normal. Pour some alcohol on it. It'll stop. It'll just stop talking, right? So that's how alcohol helps and hurts you at the same time when it comes to cerebral cognition. The other thing is ingestion of foreign substances like GMOs and pesticides and the chemicals, once again, in your shampoo, in your body soaps, in your perfumes. All of these chemicals are going into your brain and interfering with the electromagnetic function of the brain. With those types of things in place, you're not going to be getting proper rest. Your blood pressure is going to be high. There have also been studies on meditation and high blood pressure that show that meditation reduces blood pressure. What it's doing is it's giving your body a break, and it's giving your mind an exercise, and it's doing it all at the same time. What are some other things that we do on a common basis that deteriorate quality of life? Watching television shows, not going out and seeking intellectually stimulating content. Intellectually stimulating content is absolutely vital to success. If you look at the success principles that have been laid out in place from Napoleon Hill, if you don't know who Napoleon Hill is, go ahead and study up on Napoleon Hill. From Napoleon Hill forward through John C. Maxwell or Jim Rohn, or just pick any of Anthony Robbins, any of those guys. It all comes from the concepts that were put forth by Napoleon Hill. When it comes to living a vibrant life, you have to be able to imagine what you want, see it clearly, and then you can achieve that goal. Well, you can't see yourself in a better state, in a better place clearly, if you spend your time watching some network and just living in their life for a while. It takes focused concentration. If you want to see yourself with a healthier body, take that TV time that you would be using, sit in front of a mirror and look at yourself and visualize that perfect self that's underneath that layer of toxicity. Because that's all you're dealing with here is a layer of toxicity. That's the entire thing you're dealing with, is a layer of toxicity. So if you want to present more muscularity, if you want to have a better body, get the brain clean and the rest is going to follow. You get the brain clean through proper nutrition, proper regular detoxification, exercise, meditation. And that's basically it. The sleep portion comes in beautifully into play when you have those other things handled. Use your body in very specific, very methodical ways to gradually increase the pressures against it, and it will train itself to communicate with your brain in a lot more efficient manner. More on all this stuff later, but that's your primer. This is where we're going. This is Holisthenics.